is your day going? I am going fantastic. It is currently 12:21. I am kind of tired right now. But I just thought of this story and I thought I thought, hey, I think you guys might want to know this story. A couple days ago, a couple days ago, I was on stream with my friend Matt, and we were playing Call of Duty. And first and foremost, I want to thank you guys for everybody who tuned into that stream, everybody who was commenting, but it brought something interesting. They were talking, and I realized they were talking about something, and I brought up a fact that I've had guns pointed at me a couple times. So someone in the comments asked me if I can make a video about it. Asked me, oh no, I remember what exactly happened. We were talking about, they wanted to know a story. I said I have a lot of stories, and I was thinking of posting them instead of telling them on stream. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to post it. We got a little bit of Skater XL in the background here. And let's get into the story. This was probably about a few months ago. Like a month ago, I think. But, so where we live, it used to be my grandmother's house. And it's a pretty big property. And my aunt and cousins used to live here. Well, my cousins got old enough, this property has a trailer off to the side. So my grandma gave my cousin that trailer and a bit of property that'll go along with it, and he's been living there ever since. Well, when my aunt couldn't afford to live here because of her divorce, me and my family moved in. So, you know, that caused some bad blood between my family and I. My family and my cousin's family. My aunt and her kids. We have this dog. His name's Riddick. He's a Rottweiler. And we usually chain him up when he goes outside, so, you know, he can't do anything. Well, this certain day in particular, we forgot to chain him up, and he ran outside. Yes, I know, how do you forget to chain your dog up? It was like noon. I had just woke up. I had to use the restroom. I had to take my morning pee. So I let him out, and I forgot to put him on a chain. And so he went outside for a bit. I let him back in. I didn't think nothing of it. I had the greatest morning pee. Oh, I did not make that say. I had the greatest morning pee that morning too. I remember it was magnificent. It felt like 1,000 goddesses had blessed me all at once. You know, that wasn't a good analogy. That was a very bad analogy. But anyways, 3 o'clock comes around. They just got off of work. And one of them comes knocking on my door. It's 2 of my cousins that live there. One of them comes knocking on our door. He's like, so he knocks on the door very aggressively. So I answer it and asked if he needed something, because they only come to our house when they need something, or when they want to be, you know, nasties, little nasty people. And for the record, I will say, he looked like he was tweaking balls. Like, he looked high. And it wasn't like that nice little high you get off of marijuana. No, it looked like a meth high. He looked like he was geeking. So I asked what he wanted. And then he started yelling at me. I guess when I let the dog out, he digged in their trash. And I am sorry about that. Like, it's not cool that he digged in their trash. But, to be fair, they never put their trash out to the curb, and they have 3 trash cans. So their trash is just a big pile. Any dog in a mile would look at that and say, hey, I want some of that trash. And that's what my Riddick did. He digged in their trash can. So he's very visibly upset about it. I was like, oh, look, I'm sorry. I must have forgot to put him on a chain. And very, very worthily, like, I deserve this. He yelled at me about not putting him on the chain. Like, how do you forget to put your fucking dog on the chain? Blah, blah, yada, yada, yada. If he comes into my yard again, I'll shoot him. I was like, this is the first time he's came to your yard and you're already threatening to shoot him? Look, I said I'm sorry. It won't happen again. And then he's like, dog comes on the yard again, I'll shoot him. So flash forward till when my father gets home from work. It's about 5 o'clock. He opened the door to walk inside, and Riddick runs outside. And it just so happens that they were outside. I get out of my room as soon as someone tells me that Riddick got outside. And I run out to fetch him. He went back into their yard, but they were outside aiming a gun at my dog. So I was like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, oh, we called the cops, blah, 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 blah. We're gonna get that dog put down. I was like, yo, like, why are you so angry for? Like, this is just an accident. And I was like, and then he started screaming at me. I don't really know what was said. We were screaming across the yard. And actually, now that I think of it, Riddick wasn't even in their yard. Riddick was on the edge of our property line. And there was snow out. There was snow out on the ground, so I could see that he didn't go into their yard that time. But anyways, they started yelling, and I was like, look, just go back inside. And it was an accident. He's not even on your yard. Just go back inside and stop being dickheads. So like, oh, you want to fucking scrap? I was like, no, I don't want to fucking scrap. He's like, if you're so big and bad, come over here. I'll beat your fucking ass. I was like, look, you can't even walk straight. You're tweaking so hard. Just shut the fuck up. So then I grab my dog, and the next thing you know, I look up, and there's a shotgun pointed at me, and he's walking towards my yard. I was like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, I'll shoot you too, if you want to be all back. I was like, look, there's no need for any of this. He's like, oh, then come over here and scrap with me if you're so fucking bad. So he starts walking over to me. I was like, look, I don't want any trouble with you. You're obviously fucking geeked out of your mind, so I doubt that you'd be any real problem, but look, I'm not here to this. This is literally just a petty argument out of nowhere. So he starts walking over to my yard again with the gun aiming, and then he cocks the gun. It was like one of those hunting rifles. I mean, it might have been a shotgun. I don't know. I didn't get a good look. So then I just start walking to my yard, and then he just cocked the gun again, and then shot a bullet up in the air and said, if you get anywhere near me, I will shoot you. I was like, look, I don't want any problems with you. It's like, oh, then come over here and fucking scrap, because I'm not going to throw hands, I'm going to shoot bullets at you. I was like, look, I'm trying to walk back into my house. Can you just shut the fuck up? So I finally get back into the house with no more interruptions. And then, next thing you know, I hear a banging on the door again. My mother answered it, but I was quickly behind her. And it was the cop. So the cop's like, look, what's the problem? I was like, so we tell him what the problem is, and he's like, oh, you want to get a statement? I was like, look, I don't care. I don't really care. I mean, I don't know why he's being so petty over this situation. I don't know why he's being so petty over this situation. There's literally got into his trash one time. I don't know why he's being a dickhead. He's like, whoa, you want to walk me over the spot? I was like, not really. And then my parents told me, look, just walk him over to this spot. So we go and walk into their yard, and they're standing in our yard, and the cop tells them to leave. But when I was trying to show the cop, you know, where I was standing when all this happened, there was footprints leading back to the house. So the cop's like, "Oh, so you're lying to me?" I was like, "No, you literally just watched him walk back over to his house." He's like, "Look, they called the cops, so keep your dog to your own yard, blah, 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 and don't lie to the police officer again." I was like, "Look, this is exactly why I didn't want to do anything with you. This is exactly why I didn't want to show you what was happening, because I knew you would act like something like this." So what I'm assuming is that when my cop was in the house, and when my cousins were walking into the house, they were just, and my cousins were still outside. I'm assuming they were just walking back and forth so that there was footprints in our yard, so that, you know, my story wouldn't have sounded as logical, I guess. So I was also like, look, they're obviously high off of meth. I mean, I'm no expert, but you should be the expert, so how am I the only one that sees this? And if you go into their house, you'll find all the meth in the pot, because they have it all the time. They're having parties all the time. And the fact that if you run ballistics on that gun, you'll find out that the gun was literally just shot less than 20 minutes ago. So, and you literally just saw them walking back to their house. So, well, you don't have to believe my story. I don't care. But if they ever aim a gun at me again, I'll shoot him, and I don't care. He's like... So then we go back into the house. I go into my room. I was pissed off. Why? I didn't want anything to do with that cop beforehand, and let alone afterhand. I think he was very unprofessional with how he handled it. Very extra douchebaggy. I don't know if they made a deal with him before he showed up, or if that cop just liked being an asshole for no reason. I mean, oh, I figured out how to hit his speech glitch. But it was very unnecessary and very annoying. But anyways, that's the end of the story today. Thank you all who has tuned into the stream, and thank everybody who's going to watch the video when it comes out onto my channel. I love you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit, and I will see you guys again on my normal streaming time. Peace out, everybody.